Hi, everyone. My name is Sean Jones, and I'm the CEO of the iNetrepreneur Network. And I am really excited because I have with me one of our over the pond clients. She is a beautiful woman from the inside out. She has clients all over the world that she works with that are entrepreneurs, all kinds of businesses. And her whole persona, her everything she does is about helping others. And I am super excited because I have with me today Alex Vitillo. Alex, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be with you here, Sean. Thank you for the fantastic introduction. Thank you.
You know, Alex, you and I've been working together for a little under a year now, and you're magical. That's the best way. I mean, you can even tell just by your presence here, you're magical. Share with us your company. You have a business. You started out in the accounting industry, but then over time you've transitioned into who you are and what you're doing today. Tell us a little bit about your company that you have now.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. So I come from the world of investment banking, economics. I worked in corporate in the city of London and a very successful career. And then through times and through challenges in life, I had a very, very big challenge a few years ago. My husband passed away and I had two young children. And at that point, working for the investment banking and working very long hours wasn't really an option. I didn't want to leave my children. They were still very young, alone all day. And I took a pause. I took a pause to reflect, to discover who I was on my own, who I was as a single mom, who I was as an individual without this strong husband of mine. And little by little, I work with the angels a lot. I work with magic, you said it, the fairies, the sparkles, the mythical creature. And I discovered the world of mindfulness to start with, starting gentle and meditation. And the deeper I went, I discovered the whole world of healing. So my company is called Breathing Heart. It's really a representation of who I am because breath, it's life. And when we do things from the heart, even leading our business from the heart, and everything just magnifies and allow us to grow with more beauty, more grace, more flow. So this is really who I am now. I discovered that I can help others to be who they are, to make a beautiful impact into the world through their business, and while claiming what I call riches, bountifulness, without shame and guilt, which sometimes in the spiritual world is, people try to make it sound like you shouldn't make money because you're spiritual, and I totally, totally disagree on that.
So you work with all kinds of businesses, correct?
Correct. So sometimes I help them transition from the corporate world, like I did, because it's a bit scary when you're used to having a salary at the end of the month. These people are in top positions, big responsibilities. Their family look at them like they're god or goddesses on earth, and all of a sudden they say, "Oh, actually, I want to leave the security and start my own business." And it takes a lot of courage. And I'm here to support them in that, to really give them that courage to help them see what magnificent business they can create on their own. And sometimes they already have their business, but again, being in this world, especially I work with entrepreneur online from all over the world, and it can be lonely, and you don't see the the black spot. You don't see, when you have a mirror and you're driving your car, there's an angle where you don't see anything. And through clients and with session, while we work together, they have this realization of, I haven't thought about it. I never looked at things this way. Oh my God, so it helps a lot to grow your business when you're not alone. And I say, as an entrepreneur, you shouldn't ask your family to support you when you're having a bad day in your business. It's not the job of your kids, it's not the job of your friends, right? You need a professional figure to support your growth.
Absolutely. And through the support that you offer, what are some areas that you help entrepreneurs and provide them the support and guidance that they're seeking?
Thank you. I remember once I was in a mastermind and people said, what Alex really brings to the table is what you don't see. So we all know that we have to work on our mindset and we have to work on our goals and we have to work on intentions and the way we show up in business. But what I'm really able to support people is what's behind that. Why are they not really achieving the goal that they set? Why do they say, I want to do a video 3 times a week, and then they don't show up, and then they feel overwhelmed? And then, so it's really to bring to the table all of the subconscious factors that really range from personal, cultural, the way that they've been experiencing life before, to the way they do money, to so it's the way they are in their relationship, really bringing that extra vision and to say, okay, there are many ways to run a business, many ways to be successful, but how do you do so that it doesn't drain you, it excites you, and it brings a lot of joy, and it creates the most results for your clients as well. So it's a combination of supporting them that way.
Now, I've noticed that you offer a variety of different support tools, systems, programs. What are the top, I'm going to say 3 to 5 programs that you find that entrepreneurs are really seeking out right now?
What are they seeking out? I think one thing that I really find challenging is to be clear on their leadership. What are themselves offering their clients in a way that makes them feel really they reach their full potential, they can do it with ease, they're really excited about what they're doing. So it's bringing the clarity of what can they do in a way that creates a really big impact, create reaches, and also it's done with joy and abundance, and they feel energized at the end of the day, rather than when you're not sure about what you offer, when you're not sure about, okay, I'm allowed to be me, I'm allowed to show up in my business, then you start to not show up, you start to come up with excuses, procrastination, self-sabotage, and you lower your price, and and then by the end of the month you feel frustrated, maybe you don't have the income that you wanted to have, you're working with clients that not really appreciate you. So it's really through the role of leadership to say, I'm a leader in everything that I do. And again, I show up shameless and just claiming who I am because I know I can create a beautiful, beautiful impact. And the other things that people I find are open to, it's this idea you don't have to choose between a beautiful career and a relationship and being a parent. You can have it all. Again, there is a way to find harmony and balance so that you can, you're a woman in business. I know you've got children, right? I work with a lot of women, and even the men that I work with, sometimes they're like the pillar of the family. So when they start the months not as they wanted to, and then all of a sudden they're having a lot of arguments at home, that doesn't support the growth of their business or their family. So it's really to let them see this vision where they can have it all. It's possible. And you don't have to hit rock bottom before you do something. So there's a lot of aspiration and motivation in everything that I do and support them through.
That's wonderful. Now you have different programs, and some of them are different courses that I've seen. Some take 30 days or it's a whole year. Tell us about some of the programs that you offer, and what are the time frames? What is the time investment that others need to make in themselves in order to achieve their goals with you?
Again, it really depends on what people are looking for and the stage of their evolution and where they want to be. I would say 6 months together of either one-to-one or group. It's a very, very good. It's a very good start to start to evaluate what is it that I can bring to the table, what is it that I need to heal, and then magnify from that. That said, I have people that work with me for a week. I call it activate your wealth consciousness. It's like putting the double speed of what's going on in your wealth, what's going on in your abundance sector. And through a week together, magic really happens. And the thing is, when we start to work together, I really care for the people that I work with. They're very heart-centered. I'm very heart-centered. So generally, they start with a week, and maybe they end up working with me for a year, because there's always, like I said, this idea of limitless, where I'm there to encourage, support them, And when you find, it's like if you find a good personal trainer, you don't want to let them go, right? If you find a good nutritionist, you don't want to let them go. So our relationship evolves by, at the beginning, we really look at what is it they want to achieve. And once they achieve it, how do we amplify that again with less stress, less overwhelm, more days off, clients that really value them. And we take it from there.
Now, I know you work with a lot of different types of clients. Who are the clients that you are finding that really benefit the most from the services that you offer?
Thank you. So it's true. I've noticed that the trend is not a certain sector, but it's the clients that really had success, and I'm so happy about them. It's they come to me most of the time. They have no idea what I'm doing, but they feel that there's something that they feel that magnetic pull that says I got to do something. And there are clients that don't wait to hit rock bottom. This is for me, it's very important, especially now everybody's promoting themselves through social media. And what seems to work, the recipes to really tell people, look, you're having this problem and that problem, and it's not going to work for you anymore. And can't you look at you? You're not sleeping. You're not. So the people that are going to receive that message are people that have waited for way too long. They really hit rock bottoms. They depressed. Their health is not in good shape. Maybe they lost a family already around that issue, and it's really hard. Well, people that come to me, they're they feel good, they have a business, or like I say, maybe they're in corporate, they started a new business, they want to move, but they're not desperate, they're not on their hands and knees, and yet they feel I can do better, and I don't need to suffer, right? And their knowledge that I can do better, it's a lot more fun because I bring an element of fun and magic, and also it's a lot easier when somebody's guiding you through what I call a combination of practical. I still bring all of my financial knowledge and the mystical, like I said, things that are not so evident. What's really going on in the background? What's holding them back? What are they really scared of? But they're open to that guidance of, okay, I'm going to invest in myself now. And they're really scared generally about, coming out their comfort zone. We're talking dollars and they have to invest. But yet the people that do it without excuses, they're so successful. The one that comes to me and said, I want to work with you, but before I need to do this, 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 and that, it doesn't work so easily. Uh, so it's really people that come out of their comfort zone and they're open to, they might call themselves spiritual, they might not. They might not have a clear understanding of what.
Oh, did I lose you? Are you still there?
Are you there?
Yes.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so I think we got cut off there for a moment. So if you can just kind of recap that last statement, because I want to make sure that our audience really knows, that where they can come.
Yes, I was saying that the one that really have tremendous success are the one that take a leap of faith, are the one that's saying, I want to be here. And I know that if I do it with Alex, it's going to be a lot easier, a lot smoother, a lot faster as well. And rather than reading books and rather than working on mindset, I always say it's 5%. That's scientific. Mindset, 5%. What about the other 95%? So, you want to work on your mindset and your 5%. I say go on work on your 95%, and that you're going to speed up the process. And the best way to find me is through a conversation, through having a conversation of what is it that you want to be doing. Are you clear on what you want to be doing? Are you clear how you want to be doing, what you want to offer, and also maximize your return through the path of least resistance?
I like that. Now, Alex, you mentioned that you bring the mystical into it. For someone who is, just starting to understand that there's different spiritual sides, there's different tools, there's that, the mystical. What does that mean to bring the mystical in? Are you using stones? Do you talk to spirit guides? Do you go based on like natal charts? Give us some idea of what you do.
Yes. So again, it's going to depend on the client and what is their experience. So for me, it's very easy while I'm talking to a person to, I call it channeling, but I receive information, but it comes from me. So if and information that is going to support their business. This is why I'm saying if there's something holding them back, I'm going to know exactly where it comes from and how to move it. Now, if a person is open to spirituality, I might share. This is what I see, or this is where it comes from. If they never heard or they're not interested, they're just going to hear it from me. But they're going to say, oh, yes, it resonates because my grandma, for instance, was talking a lot about this. But I don't do it in a creepy way of, oh, let me see what's in your subconscious. Oh my God, right? So it's just like we're having this conversation and I'm going to pick up on things and you say, how does she do that? How does she know that? But it's so subtle and it makes you feel really comfortable. And I've got crystals, yes, I've got cards, and I've got many tools. But again, I only use them when the client is ready. And some people are scared at the beginning, right? I have a beautiful clients, very traditional. Catholic, I'm Catholic, but I couldn't just start talking about the crystals and about the spirit guides and the power animals. But once she got to know me and she started to feel really relaxed, then I could say, hey, why don't you try and see if you can see your angel or see if you can see a power animal. And now I can use the word witch with her, for instance. She's very comfortable because she trusts me and she says, okay, the way that Alex talks about witch, for instance, is nothing to do again with going into a cave and dancing naked. And, it's just her, maybe, or do an offering of flowers. And so it again, I can tell where that person is if they're interested or if they're not interested. I work with men that are in corporates. They want to move toward their business. They have no interest in crystals. They don't want to know about their guardian angels, but they trust that the information I receive, they trust. They trust the information that is given. And with them, maybe the tool that we use are more practicals. Let's look at your calendar, let's look at your price, let's look at, so it really depends. And this is why I think one of the strengths of combining the two tools.
Absolutely. Alex, you are going to be at you're one of our experts coming up at the Art of Connection Global Summit, which is going to be September 21st and 22nd. You will be one of our experts. You're going to be sharing more of your knowledge with the world because it's a 24-hour global connection event. You're going to be hosting a series of mini workshops, and everyone who attends is really going to get to know you on that deeper level, which is going to be very, as you call it, magical and so well needed, because this event is going to have entrepreneurs, speakers, authors, solopreneur, couplepreneurs, experts in all different kinds of fields, different types of professionals. Now, before the event, though, Alex, if somebody would like to meet you ahead of time and really get to know more about you, your business, maybe they're needing a little direction, how can we get in touch with you?
Thank you. So they can go onto my website, breathingheart.co.uk. They can send me an email. They can find all my links to my social media. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I'm always live somewhere in some platform. So if you connect with me, it's very hard to miss me.
I love it. Alex, in parting, do you have, before we close up, what is your favorite saying or your favorite quote or your favorite piece of inspiration that you tend to share with those that are dear and close to you?
I love this quote that just again popped up in my head, and I say to people, you don't create magic, you are the magic. And the moment you can claim it in your business and in your life, things starts to materialize. And a lot of the expression that my clients say out of the blue, this person called